Hey guys, this is SF, and as you can see, this is Monster Strike, but not really Monster Strike. This is a new spin-off app that is released in JP, and it's called Monster Strike Stadium or Monster Stadium. But let's first look at the title. It's the title screen and a cool arrangement of the intro. But on the right side of the screen, I will be putting up how to actually, the first steps you do when you install this app. This is going to be talking about how to get into games and how to play games. But first off, this is off these monsters. They're not random, they're not set for you. You don't do anything to actually get them, except for playing the actual Japanese version of Monster Strike. Now, if you don't have a Japanese Monster Strike account, there is a guest play as a guest feature on this app where you can get a set number of monsters that you can use into the dungeons, and that will be on the right side of the screen, as you will see. But I don't really recommend playing like really legit. If you want to play really legit for this app, because all those monsters are 5-star monsters, and there are 6-star monsters, but they're not evolved, and you cannot evolve or do anything with those monsters within this app. And of course, you cannot bring these monsters over to a Japanese account on the main MS. Now, as I said, these monsters are from your JP account, and these are actually my monsters. As you can see on the top left, there's a time. This is the last time I have actually synced my Japanese account with Monster MS Stadium. I keep on I don't know why, I'm mixing Japanese and English together, because Monster Stadium and then Monster Strike Stadium gets really awkward. But here's my box. Some of you may have seen it, but these are my monsters. Now, there are limitations of monsters you can actually use, but the main requirement is from your box is 3 stars or over, and no more links, no turtles, no other event dungeons, not event dungeons. More links, turtles are the big ones, and collaboration monsters. So there's no monsters monsters that you can't really use is monsters from the Godzilla series, Godzilla collaboration, the Lion collaboration, Monster Hunter collaboration, Migi, the Parasite one. There is some books. There's some Monster Strike books. Characters they cannot use, TMNT, monsters, Doraemon, and there's some other ones that you might not have gotten anyways. And then there's 2 that are actually in the game, like normal monsters. One is Romeo, the Ascended version, and the second one is Manishiten, which is the new Wood Impossible monster. Why I think Romeo is not in there is because his strike shot is pretty OP in that dungeon. You just one shot, you can do it on the first bar, and then it'll clear the map. It'll skip. It can actually overkill, I would think. And then Manishiten is probably just because they haven't add him in yet. But of course, you can create a deck of 4 monsters, because what Monster Strike Stadium is a time attack dungeon, and it's PvP locally. So it's a 4v, so you can have up to 8 players, 4 versus 4, or you can have 1 versus 3, 2 versus 2, and 1 versus 1 as well. So you can set your deck. I can add random monsters like Ashra. Who else should I add? Let's add Roma. And Mary Antoinette. And Lily, or something like that. It doesn't really matter. Now, the monsters that you actually port over, these are actually monsters from the actual stats of the monsters that are in your JP account. So pluses, levels, and able berries are all synced in with this app, and they all take into effect during the time attack dungeon. So let's say low lady. I do have an able berry, which is only increases EXP of 25%. Now, if I have an able berry like a sidekick, where I can increase the bump combo damage of her bump combo, then it'll be a lot better for the dungeon. So that's something for you to think about if you actually want to be really competitive, because there is a Monster Strike competition, but it is Japan only. So, but maybe you can do like house tournaments or something like that. But that's enough talk about the monsters. And for syncing, it syncs every time you start up the app itself. So you force close, or like you actually shut down the app and then you run the app again, and then it will sync it up again during that time. Now there are two. Now let's get into the game, or like actually making a game. So there's two options. The orange button is to create a team, and the green button is to get into a team. Now what's the difference is that the orange button, which is creating a team, it creates a whole new team for the actual dungeon. Now there is 3 levels. There's only 1 dungeon out right now. Hopefully they add in later, but there's extreme, savage, and hard. So I'm gonna create I'm just gonna pick extreme, and of course you can set passwords in case you don't want any other people to get into your game, and then select your monster. Now as you can see here, this is actually creating a team. So what you do is you create a whole new team. So right now there is a team out there that is up right now, so I can join. So this is another team, but you'll see once I get into, let's say once I actually get into the actual loading screen, it's actual setup screen. So if you press the orange button, right now is actually creating a whole new game, creating a whole new host. You'll be the main host of that dungeon. And as you can see, there is a gold team, and then there is a platinum team. So when you create a whole team, when you press the orange button, then you create a team right here. And then if you join another person's if you join another person's team, if you join another person's list from this box, then you'll be on the platinum team. See, there's a lot here. Let's join a random one, and I'll just cancel it out, or guess not. But as I said, it is locally. What I'm doing right now is in Tokyo Dome. I'm faking my GPS location, which is not really recommended, but if you really want to play this, then that's one option. Or you can, if you actually don't have local friends and stuff like that. But that's how you actually create a team. And then if you use the orange button to create a team, create a whole new host, then you just press OK once you get a team in, and then start the game that way. Now for the green button is to join a team. So what you do is, of course, do the same thing. Create your select your deck, and of course select the dungeon, and you'll see a list of teams that will be up. Hopefully they'll be up. Let's see, maybe there won't be up right here, but there'll be a list of teams, and then there'll be backgrounds where it's either gold or platinum, and then you join that team, and then it'll be like a 2v2, or you'll be joining another team. So right here there's a platinum team, and then I'll be joining the platinum team soon, if you can see me. Oh, I got DC, but that's basically it, and I will be in the platinum team, and then stuff like that. So it's really fun. But I do have another video about actually playing the actual dungeon, so you can check that out. But that's basically it. How you create a team, how do you host it, how do you join a team, and make sure that it's the same difficulty when you join or create a team, because it differs between. You might not find a team if you're going on Savage. You mostly be likely to get teams on Extreme and stuff like that. But when you're doing house tournaments, make sure that you all in the same difficulty when you're creating or joining games. But that's it about the Monster Strike app. I really hope that they will be adding more dungeons, because there's a lot of potential. They create like special dungeons just for this app, or they can, what's even better is to actually recreate the extreme dungeons that are out in the game right now, and then you can do time attack battles onto time attack battles with your friends. Because once you play this, there's no drops, there's no rewards. You just play for fun. It doesn't do anything to your main account, and of course the monsters you use and stuff are from your main account, but it's just copied over, and nothing that you'll do in this app will bring it over to your main Monster Strike account in Japan. So hopefully I'll get some videos up. I do have one video up prepared about actually playing the game, and then hopefully in the future I'll create some more, because you can create house tournaments, you can create house rules where you cannot bring like one monster, you cannot bring another type of monster. So there's a lot of potential of fun in this app. So Monster Strike Stadium, I have the links in the description bar of where to download for both Android and iOS. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.